Om Yananandanasalaya Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikavai Stadalaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Padbhaktaya Namo 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 Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayati Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namni Gauratise Namo Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Sri Gopal Bhatta Daso Gunath Echai Gosai Kari Charna Bandhan Jai Ki Vignana Avishta Puran Mahabhava Sarvatam Krishna Priya Varyasi Prema Bhakti Pradidevi Radhikitang Namamyam Radhe Vrindavanadishi Purnamritavahini Kripaya Nipadabhya Dasyam Mahiyam Padiyatam Vande Nanda Bradistrina Padaram Aviksnasa Dasan Hari Katodikitam Unati Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Dayal Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Sri Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Rama बोलो श्री गुरु जी महाराज की जय गुरु परंपरा की जय अनंत अनंत बड़े वैष्णव वृंद की जय सपाश गौरी की गौरनित्यानंद प्रभु की जय जय जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा संजीव की जय भक्तवृंद विनाशन का कृष्णदेव की जय भक्तराज प्रहलाद महाराज की जय सर्वविश्वप्रदा गिरिराज गोवर्धन जीव की जय श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मदन मोहन जी की जय राधा दामोदर दास सुंदर गोकुलानंद राधारमण राधा गिरिधर कांत राधा वल्लभ राधा माधव राधा वृंदावन चंद्र जी की जय जय ब्रजेश्वरी मधुश्री प्राणेश्वरी श्रीमती राधा रानी की जय ब्रजदेवीगण की जय जय ब्रजमंडल धाम की जय ब्रजवासी भक्त वृंद की जय समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय और प्रमानंदी
Prabhupada is saying, if anyone out of great good fortune, he has darshan of Hari Guru Vaishnava, then that darshan itself is the cause of one's liberation from material existence. This is Mukta Roga Aushadhi, medicine for Bhava Roga. And according to this Mukta Pragraha Vritti, which means how much more, how much less, according to this logic, the more one has darshan of a sadhu, then the more one will have samandha towards Bhagavad Parikars and Bhagavan himself. It increases more and more. This is Mukta Pragraha Vritti. Just as when one is diseased, he should not eat bad food, kupatya. Similarly, if one wants to advance in bhakti, then one wants to advance in Bhagavan's seva, achieve this Atma Gyan, he desires of being established in his Atma Swarup. Once having had this Atma Gyan, then he must never see materialistic people, Vishayis. Or else by seeing such Vishayis, then you see if there's a cloth which is very beautiful, but if the cloth has even little dirt, then that spot of dirt will see. Like if you see there's a white piece of cloth and a small stain there, then only that stain will be seen, not the white cloth. Similarly, if the sadhu commits even a small mistake, then that small mistake, everyone will speak about it, then they'll criticize him so much. So, by having darshan of the Vishayas, by seeing them, then immediately this disease, instead of going down, it will go up. It will be aggravated, and then there will be no treatment for this disease. Therefore, in Javadharma, Bhakti Thakur, he has described how Madhavdas and Jadavdas became Babajis and were staying with the Matvasis. And then, when the Babajis would sleep, would be resting while but performing bhajan in solitude. Then one of them would go out to the streets and he'd go see everyone passing by. Then he'd see someone, then he'd have a desire. How long can I just remain silent? Let me go speak some prajalpa with someone. Then gradually, by this Vishaya Sangha, and by the touch and sight of such Vishaya Sangha, then he thinks, oh, this is very nice. If I do not see them, do not speak such Vishayas, do not speak to them, then my life is useless. Then he starts following their instructions. When he also starts criticizing the sadhus, and he also becomes a sense enjoyer, and he starts flattering, serving the Vishayas. So therefore, to associate with the Vishayas and to associate with those who are very attached to women, if such association is there, then bhakti will be lost. Therefore, our Gaur Sundar, he is the doctor who cures us of this Bhava Roga. Gaur Sundar and his associates are these doctors. But we have no relation with the Sadhu Santa Bhaktas. We'd rather be with the Vishayas. We like their association very much. Because you see the Matvasis and you think, oh, my eyes are not so satisfied just seeing them. I wish to see someone more beautiful. I wish to see a beautiful male monkey, a beautiful female monkey. And this way, by seeing them, I feel like talking to these people. And then gradually, you will not feel like renouncing anything. Then you'll become entangled in sansar. And then if they don't speak to you, then you'll be depressed. If they don't speak to you, they'll stop eating. Then your nights will not pass. So why is she not speaking to me? Why is he not speaking to me? Saying, oh, they say, Maharaj, we can't come so far to see you. All right, I'll come to see you then. If you cannot come this far, I'll come that far. And they say, gradually, it becomes entangled. Therefore, in the Gita, Krishna said, Dhyayato Vishaya Pumsa. That if you meditate on these Vishayas, then what will happen? Sangastes Upajayate. And just by thinking about them, you'll associate with them. And then what will happen? Then calm will come. And then you'll have so many desires. Because you'll have, according to the association you're in, you'll imbibe those qualities. Then you'll have so many unfulfilled material desires. But how long will you stay in this world? But you take responsibility for everyone in this world. You tell everyone, don't be sad. I'll deliver all of you. I will look after all of you. But how long will you live in this world? And then if you cannot fulfill your desires, then you become very angry. And then once you become angry, then you fall into moha, bewilderment. And when someone tries correcting you, then you become very angry, saying, why do you tell me? Oh, you don't know who I am. And you will give a very befitting reply. You don't even wish to accept good advice. But you see, by such moha, bewilderment, then vinashati, then everything is ruined. Therefore, Prabhupada said, even if you get a doctor to cure you of this bhavarog, then even then, if you are on a satsang, and then you are taking a very unhealthy diet, kupatya, then by taking such an unhealthy diet, your fever will not go away. Rather, it will keep increasing more and more. So if you want to serve Bhagavan, stay far away from the Vishayas. Don't even look at them. Don't even talk with them. Think of them as being more dangerous than even your worst enemy. Prahlad Maharaj would say they're all Sajanakya dosha. You see, one's own Sajans. They say, oh my dear brother, my dear uncle, my dear father, my dear mama. There's so much respect, and then slowly, they'll enter inside, and then by love, they'll say, they'll take your time away, they'll take your heart away, and then thinking about them, meditating about them, thinking of, oh, then they say, oh, don't worry, I'm always living for all of you. Then don't worry, I'm taking responsibility for your spiritual welfare. You'll say, Bhagavan is not responsible for your spiritual welfare, I am responsible. You see, this is Bhagavan's creation. We don't think of Bhagavan as the guardian. We think rather I'm responsible for your spiritual welfare. I'm your guardian. Don't worry. I'm your elder brother, I'm your uncle. So don't worry, I'm taking responsibility for deliverance of all of you. And this way one will not even care for Bhagavan anymore. So by having association with Vishayas, then one will become very proud. Then one will no longer be the master. Then this mood of being the master will not go away. So Prabhupada says, give up this hinsa. Give up envy, violence, and be compassionate towards the jivas. And you say, by the association of the Vishayas, the jivas imbibe so many bad qualities, and they become more and more entangled in samsara. So make them more inclined towards Krishna. Anyhow, make them listen to Krishna Nam, Krishna Katha. If anyone comes, he starts crying to you, saying, oh, I'm suffering in such and such way, oh, I'm diseased, I have no money, I'm suffering in samsara. So why are you suffering in samsara? Come out of that samsara. Leave that aside. But he said, no, I cannot leave samsara, I have so many responsibilities to carry out. And from the Bhagavad Sukadeva Goswami said, oh, how can I leave my small children behind? They're looking at me, I have aged parents, how can I leave them? My wife, her parents have offered this lady, their daughter to me, how can I just leave this lady behind? Is this bhajan, how can I be so hard-hearted? So let me finish all my responsibilities, and then let me see what I should do. So in this way, you will not be able to cross the river. This is like waiting for the river to dry. The river will never dry. And then what will happen? You'll become more and more entangled, and you'll drown ultimately. Like so many lives have passed, this life will also pass. You see, if you die tomorrow, then who will take responsibility? You see. At the time when you die, will they just hang your body across in front of the house, saying he's still our guardian, that he's responsible for us? They'll just throw your body away. So therefore, Don't. This way you will yourself, and then if you falsely pretend to be a guru, then you will drown. Therefore, there's no need to pretend that you are a guru. Rather be Krishnadas. Be a very sincere Krishnadas without any hypocrisy. Nishkapat. Or else, then you'll be fearless. Or else you'll be ruined. No one can save you. We do not wish to be Dasanudas. We wish to be the master of everyone. Saying, alright, I have taken responsibility for everyone, I will deliver everyone. But you cannot speak Bhagavad Katha to anyone. You see, if someone is suffering, then you speak Hari Katha to him. You do Hari Kirtan, then he'll be happy. When Swami Prabhupada went to the West, so many were taking medication just to get a good night's sleep. Some could not even, their intelligence wasn't working properly. So I was saying, just come and sit here. You just chant and be happy. And then one old lady, she came and she said, oh Prabhupada, I'm very sad. I'm suffering so much. I cannot sleep, I have insomnia, I cannot eat anything. Prabhupada said, chant Harinam, chant Krishnanam. Chant and be happy. She said, chant Hare Krishna. She said, I can't chant. He said, just chant Hare Krishna. She said, I can't chant. Say Hare Krishna, I can't chant. Then he said 100 times, and 100 times she said, I can't chant. I cannot chant. And Prabhupada said, if you cannot chant Harinam, then how will you be happy? And tell me some other way to be happy. Give me some instructions on yoga, dhyan. How I can just sit, and then once I'm absorbed in dhyan, I can fall asleep quickly. And so I say, once you close your eyes, immediately start snoring then. Give me such a technique. And then you start moving here and there, and then you just fall on the ground, falling asleep. Then you go into samadhi. This is samadhi, this is dhyan that is being taught nowadays. So this is not Bhagavan's kripa. You see someone, don't commit violence towards him. Don't be envious of him. How do you commit violence to him? By speaking prajalpa to him. You speak politics, you speak about worldly things, worldly affairs. If you speak prajalpa to him, then he'll also get entangled and you'll also become entangled. If anyone comes to a sadhu, the sadhu fills him with all the garbage of this world. Then this is himsa. This is violence towards a living entity. Very gross form of violence. This is not working for their benefit. It is very harmful to them. If anyone comes and you speak Harikatha, Bhagavad Katha to him, and do Bhagavan's Nam Kirtan, and give him Bhagavad Prasad, and this way you benefit him in all ways, in which by his mind will be purified then. But if you speak Prajalpa to him, then not only will he be ruined, you will also be ruined. And you will also be derailed from the path of bhajan. And you will not, how can you deliver him? You have to deliver your own self. So Prabhupada is saying that if you wish to know who a Sadguru is, if you wish to have his darshan, then you see how much this Sadguru is engaging in bhajan, bhakti towards Bhagavan, how much seva is rendering to him, how much he is absorbed in his seva, how has become tatatma in his seva to Bhagavan. Then, if there is a Sadguru, if you serve such a Sadguru, you follow his vichar, then Bhagavan will appear in your heart. Because the Shri Guru is a bona fide Bhagavad Parikar, by serving him automatically the tendency to serve Bhagavan will also arise. But if he is not a Sadguru, then even if you offer everything to him, still your mind and heart will never change. Then the impurity in your heart will never go away. There will not be any Rujiva Bhagavad Seva. For reading Shastras, the Shastras will not be revealed in your heart. You will not have any desire to follow Sadachar, good etiquette. Why? Because you offer yourself to one who is not a perfect Guru. You try so much to control your mind senses, but it's never possible. Why? Because that person who you are following, if he himself is not pure, then how can he help you? By bathing in the Ganga, by drinking the water of the Ganga, the purity of the Ganga enters your heart. But you say, oh, this Ganga water is also water and this water is also water. What's the difference? This water has come from the skies. This is Akash Ganga. It's the same water. So, well, how can this water not purify me? They're the same. So, the Sadguru or Sadhu, then even if he makes disciples or doesn't make disciples, still, even if he takes responsibility or not, if you are surrendered in Bhagavad Bhajan, Bhagavad Seva, then just by remembering, by having darshan, and by having the association of such a bona fide Guru, by listening to his Katha Kirtan, then Sukadeva Goswami has said, he didn't make any disciples, he didn't take responsibility for anyone. He just spoke this Harikatha, because Harikatha embodies Bhagavan Shakti. He distributed this Bhagavad Shakti to everyone. Those who accepted this Katha, who practiced it in their own lives, then they became very qualified. They received Bhagavan's mercy. See, Bhagavan's Kripa is showered through the via media of the sadhu. You must just try to accept this. This is your sadhan. Or else, you're thinking by my own sadhan, I'll understand the Shastras and achieve Siddhi. It is a very difficult task. So first, you should be pure. And then learn to respect the Bhagavad Parikars. Then this Bhagavad Vani and Bhagavad Kripa will be showered upon you. Therefore, it has been said, like Sukadeva Goswami, he has said, our Goswamis, they were distributing this Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan's Nam, Rup, Gun, Leela. At that time, how can one be attracted, surrendered to Bhagavan? So, by thinking of Guru and Sadhus to be recipients of Bhagavan's mercy, you should respect them, serve them. When this tendency to serve is awakened, then you must realize that now Bhagavan's mercy is being showered upon you. But if you cannot respect the sadhus, serve them, and follow their words, if you don't wish to practice their instructions in your life, then it means you're dying in asat sangha. You're in a very pitiful state. So Bhagavan and Guru in the Shastras, they have spoken on how when one will have one-pointed intelligence, Ananya Buddhi, then he will do Harinam, Harikirtan. Mritam Thakur is sung, Amani Manata Vile Kirtan Adhikara Dive Tumi, Charane Nishkapate Ami Kandi Alutipo Bhumi. Vaishnava Thakur. If you cannot be Amani Manad, then you will not have Ruchi for Nam Kirtan, Harikatha, Harikirtan. So therefore, Krishna, he has appeared as a sadhu, as Sri Guru, to instruct people on how to serve the sadhu. And he himself has inspired Shakti, or he himself appears. He says, if one's heart is pure, then he himself enters into that heart, and then he gives instructions for everyone's welfare. through that personality in whose heart he is residing. You see, a sadhu will never flatter anyone. You can never buy a sadhu, and you can never make him your slave. Sadhu is very independent. Except for Bhagavan and the Bhaktas, he will not serve or flatter anyone. You cannot buy a sadhu with all the money of this world, saying, here I'll give you this salary, so you come and speak Harikatha for this much time, do Kirtan for 4 hours. See, he will never accept your money. And by such Kirtan and Katha, no one can even be benefited. Sukadeva Goswami, you see, he never took any salary from Parikshit. He never took any food or clothes, nothing from, nor did he give any such things to people. Wherever there are such transactions, then there's great calamity. And wherever there's an earnest entreaty at the lotus feet of Bhagavan, this Anunay Vinay Prarthana, then by such Prarthana prayers, entreaties, everyone's hearts become pure. Everyone will have the mercy of Sri Bhagavan. Means, the Shastras have said, the only rule is to always follow Vishnu, never forget him. And so they're always engaged in Bhagavad Katha, Bhagavad Kirtan. Therefore Bhagavan has said, if one's good fortune is very good, then he will try understanding the words of the Shastras. Sadhus will understand the imports of the Shastras to him. The Sadhu's words and the Shastra's words, they mean the same. And Guru as Ashray Vigraha, he, by his Katha Kirtan, he purifies everyone's hearts and makes them full of rasa. And he keeps them in his shelter. And he gives them siksha. And he teaches them how to worship and serve Vishaya Vigraha Sri Krishna. Gurudeva has come to give this Nitya Sattva Vastu. He has come to give this Sanatan Vastu. He is Sevak Bhagavan, Guru. He is Aradak Bhagavan. Means he teaches everyone how to serve Bhagavan, worship him. He is Seva Vigraha, Ashray Vigraha. In that form, he is very dear to Sri Bhagavan. Since he is so dear to Sri Bhagavan, he empowers the jivas. Or else the jivas, they are sparks of consciousness. They are anuchetan, tatashta shakti. They are minute sparks of consciousness. Without Bhagavan Shakti, they can never practice bhakti. On their own, they can never advance. You see, the Atma, the Jiva, the part and parcel of Bhagavan is anuchetan. He cannot act on his own. He is an infinitesimal entity. So Bhagavan, what does he do? He inspires this Shakti to act through his Shraddha Bhaktas and to distribute this Bhakti to everyone. He instructs his Shakti to act through his Bhaktas. Prabhupada says, who is a Gaudiya? The Bhaktas of Vishnu, the Bhaktas of Vishnu, Vaishnavas, and the Bhaktas of Krishna, Karshnas. And only the devotees of Radharani, they are Gaudiyas. Or else you will never give any other identification. Or else you give another identification. I am a Vaishnava, means you are a Vishnu Bhakta. If you are a Krishna Bhakta, then you are a Karshna. They say Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, they are always chanting this mantra. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So those who chant these mantras, they are not Gaudiyas. Gaudiyas are only the one-pointed Bhaktas of Radharani. Means they are the associates of Gauri Devi, her servants. See, the Gaur Bhaktas are especially under the shelter of this Parakya Bhav, this Mother Trust, they are Gaudiyas. Because who is Mahaprabhu? He is externally, he is Krishna himself. who's taken the mode, complexion of Srimati Radhika and appeared in this world. So they say the Bhaktas of Sri Gaur, they are Gaudiyas. They have taken shelter of this Madhur Ras in Parakya Bhav. They are Rupanugas. And how will you understand who the Gaudiya Bhaktas are? Just by saying he is not a Gaudiya. If one doesn't accept the guidance of Sarva Damodar Goswami and Ramananda Prabhu, then they are not Gaudiyas. Once Pradyumna Mishra, he came to Mahaprabhu and he said, your Bhaktas are called Gaudiyas. You are Gaur and your Bhaktas are called Gaudiyas. But I cannot understand the meaning, he said. What is the meaning of being a Bhakta? How can one practice devotion onto your Lord's feet? So, if one is a devotee, means he accepts your vichar, but you are a sannyasi. As long as you want a sannyasi, how would you have bhaktas? You see, sannyasis, devotees are sannyasis. If one accepts his instruction, then one will also accept sannyas. If they become his footstep followers, then they also become sannyasis. So one is staying here, there, everywhere, and he's saying, I'm Gaudiya, then how can that be possible? Because the bhaktas of Sri Gaur, they are Gaudiyas. What is the meaning of bhakta? He practices bhakti and follows all these instructions in his own life. If he cannot practice these instructions in his life, then how is he a Gaudiya? He's saying, no, he's very stubborn. He's saying, I'll listen to many things, but still I'll not accept. You see, it's very easy to listen to everyone, but very difficult to accept what they're saying. So Pradyumna Mishra spoke these words. Mahaprabhu said, all right, you go to Raya Ramananda. He will explain everything to you. So Bentapur was very far from Jagannath Puri. Bentapur is the place of Raya Ramananda's bhajan. Bentapur is near Alarnath. This is the Shripot of Ramananda Rai. So Pradyumna Mishra went there to Bentapur. So he went to Bentapur. He saw there was a huge garden there. Because Ramananda Rai, before he was the governor of the king of Odisha. So he asked his servants, where is Ramananda Rai? Then they said, he's inside. He has some seva. What seva? And he teaches all the Devdasis to dance in front of Jagannath. He bathes them. He dresses them. He applies these different unguents. And then he puts tilak on the foreheads. He teaches them how to dance in front of Jagannath with very nice gestures and poses and expressions. This way he's serving these Devdasis of Jagannath. See, the Devdasis, they're 15, 16 or 20 years of age, or 22, not more than that. And they're very beautiful, these maidservants of Jagannath. They've offered their entire lives in Jagannath Seva. They only wear white cloth, and when they dance in front of Jagannath, and when they do Kirtan, especially they sing the verses of Gita Govinda. They're in Jagannath, we become so happy with them. But if they go and sing, and if they go anywhere else and sing and dance, Jagannath will leave the temple. You see, Mahaprabhu himself, once he heard some ladies sing the Gita Govinda, he started running in that direction. And Govinda was running behind Mahaprabhu to anyhow catch Mahaprabhu. And Govinda started shouting, don't go further, Mahaprabhu. That's a lady singing these verses. She's picking flowers in the forest. And you're a sannyasi. But Mahaprabhu was not listening. He was running towards that direction. He only wanted to listen to these verses of Gita Govinda. Then anyhow Govinda, he stopped Mahaprabhu from the front. Just little distance remained between him and the lady. Also, so, when Pradyumna Mishra heard, then he left. He didn't say anything, he just left the place. And he came and told Mahaprabhu. And Mahaprabhu said, why are you so sad? Surely you have some doubt in Ramananda Rai. If someone has doubt towards others, then that person, he will become very sad. So the time I went there to Ramananda Rai's house. But you see the Bhaktas, Vaishnavas, Sannyasis, they're very far away from women. But Ramananda Rai, he's even massaging these women, dressing them, applying and teaching them so many things, postures, how to dance. And so how is this possible? That he is like a very high class bhakta. That I should listen to Harikatha from him. Then Mahaprabhu himself start glorifying Ramananda Rai. Transcended this influence of the senses and Maya. You will not be able to differentiate between one who is under the control of Maya and one who has transcended Maya. Who is out of the control of Maya. So then Mahaprabhu again sent Pradyumna to Ramananda Rai. Then Pradyumna again he went to Ramananda Rai. He said, I cannot understand who should be addressed as a Gaudiya. I don't understand what Parakya Bhav is, what Madhur Ras is. And I want to be out with Mahaprabhu. Can you kindly repeat whatever you heard from him, whatever you spoke? So Ramananda Rai knew everything. Then gradually he, beginning from Varnashram Dharma, he took him to the essence, which is what is Krishna's Swarupa. Therefore, Swarup Damodar Prabhu, Mahaprabhu would say, when this Gundisha Mandir Marjan was taking place, at the time, some bhaktas, they put some water on Mahaprabhu's feet, a pot of water, and they started drinking that water. And they were sprinkling it on their heads. And Mahaprabhu said, how can you insult me in the temple? Then he called Swarup Damodar. He said, look at your Gaudiyas, how they are. And Swarup Damodar, he caught that boy, and he took him out of the temple. Mahaprabhu said, he's your Gaudiya. He didn't say my Gaudiya. Because Mahaprabhu, he doesn't have any Gaudiyas. Mahaprabhu, he says, he's under your Anugatya. Because all of you are on the side of Radharani. And just see her behavior. You see, the people on my side, they'll never do like this. The people on my side, they're only absorbed in this Brahmavad. They only want to merge into this Brahman effulgence. People on my side. It's not good that the Sevaks transgress etiquette in this way. Therefore, Prabhupada, he says, what is the system of the Gaudiyas? It is the system of the Manjaris. And they're always, then their Upasya Vastu, their Ishtadevs, Radha Govind, Radha Gopinath, Radha Madan Mohan. Prabhupada here is quoting this verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita. That Govind, Gopinath, Madan Mohan, along with Radharani, they are the Nath of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Have darshan of them. Have darshan of Radha Govind, Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Govind, along with all their gopis. These three Thakurs, they are the Naths of the Gaudiyas, the masters of the Gaudiyas. By the 18-syllable mantra, the Ashtasaksha mantra, the Gaudiyas, they worship Madan Mohan, Govind and Gopinath. This Gopijan Vallabh. Using this 18-syllable mantra. In this way, in this very mantra, there is Sambandha, Abhideya and Prayojan Tattva. And they are the Upasya of the Gaudiyas. They are the Aradhya of the Gaudiyas. And they are very dear to the Gaudiyas. Dearmost, Priyatam. So Madan Mohan is Sambandhadi Devata, Govinda is Abhideya Devata, and Gopinath is Prayojan Devata. Therefore, generally it is seen that those who have taken shelter of Mahaprabhu, they are Gaudiyas. Therefore, the devotees of Mahaprabhu are called Gaudiya Bhaktas, and those who belong to Odisha are called Odiya Bhaktas. And those belonging to this province of Bengal, they are generally classified as Gaudiyas. But if one has not taken shelter of Mahaprabhu, then no one is a Gaudiya then, even if he belongs to this province of Bengal. And after coming in this Vichardhara of Mahaprabhu, and one has taken the shelter of Radharani in the mood of the Manjaris, then he is truly a Gaudiya, because he has taken 1 point shelter of Radharani, who is Gauri. Or else, the Bhogis and Tyagis are not Gaudiyas. They are not followers of Gauri. You see, the Gaudiyas, they are one-pointed in their service. Bhakta is neither a bhogi nor a tyagi. He doesn't desire his own swasukh, his own happiness. He is only striving for Bhagwan's happiness. How to please Bhagwan? Can I serve Bhagwan? This is his only concern. He is only concerned with his thought. But the bhogis and tyagis are only thinking about their own happiness. How can I please my senses? Therefore he is very sad. And when there is any obstruction to his sense gratification, then he becomes very sad. He becomes depressed. Then he has so much tension. He is suffering so much. But if one doesn't have any desire for his own happiness and he is only desiring Bhagwan's happiness, then why will he suffer from it? The only suffering he has is viraha. Oh, I cannot serve Bhagwan. When will he give me his darshan? Oh, I'm so lazy, I sleep so much. See, oh, I'm always sleepy the entire day. And the tongue is so greedy to taste different kinds of food. There's no place even in the stomach, but still the tongue wants to taste more and more. Sometimes he hides it in the pocket. Or once the food in my stomach has digested nicely, and anyhow he does some exercise, and then he digests the food. And then again he starts eating again. Oh, how can I? There's so much rabadi, rasmalai, malpua, halwa. They're all present in front of my eyes. How can I neglect them? And already my stomach is full. So then he waits for the food to be digested quickly, and then he eats all these sweets again. So therefore the bhogis and tyagis are always sad. But one who is nishkam, nishkapat, always tatpar, absorbed in Bhagavan seva, why will he ever be sad? He only has this vira, separation, that oh, I cannot serve, although he is serving so much himself. But I'm wasting my time. Gala Jadivas Nasibari Be Krishna ki upai, Bhaktivinoda Thakur song. Oh Krishna, my time is going away. Days are passing, nights are passing, time is going away. And every day is not going to come back. Every moment that is gone will not return. So what should I do, Krishna? So this way he is suffering. But you see the bhaktas, that nishkam, they don't have any desires for their own selves. Therefore the bhaktas are very happy. Because this Bhagavad Seva is the Jiva's dharma. And when there is any laxity, means some carelessness in finishing the rounds and finishing the seva, then you say, oh, I cannot chant so many rounds. Okay, I'll chant 32 rounds. And then I'll finish 64 in 2 days. Oh, I cannot chant 32. No, I'll do 16 rounds for 4 days. Because 4 days of Kali Yuga equals 1 day of Satyuga. So these 4 days, if I finish 64 rounds, then it's like 1 day in Satyuga. Or no, I cannot even chant 16 rounds. Now I'll chant 1 round a day and I'll finish 4 rounds in 4 days. Oh, I cannot even chant 4 rounds. Because if you chant 1 round, then you're 1-pointed. If you chant more than this, then you're not 1-pointed. You see, you should focus on that 1-pointedness. You see, just say once, oh Krishna, I'm yours. Then Krishna will deliver you from Maya. Just once if you say Hare Krishna, then why should you chant so many times? This once is enough. Not even 1 round is not enough. No need. Krishna is not deaf or dumb. If you're almost chanting Hare Krishna continuously, why should I irritate him then? Then he'll become annoyed with me. Krishna will say, why are you chanting this Hare Krishna mantra repeatedly? Just say Hare Krishna once, this is enough. No need even 1 round. This is how Diksha takes place. And one takes Diksha from Guru. One Guru just recites these mantras to you once. Now that he is repeatedly reciting them to you, then you become his disciple. So therefore the disciple also should chant once. So Guru has given this mantra once, so he also chant these mantras only once. See, Guru has not told you to chant 64 rounds. He has not recited all these 64 rounds to you. He only recites the Maha Mantra once, and then you become his disciple. Then you are his. So you only chant once then. And Chaitanya Charitamrita also it is said, if you just say once, oh Krishna, I'm yours, then Krishna will deliver you from sansar. So here there's proof in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So why should I chant so many times? So if you want to be 1-pointed, then take shelter of Bhagavan's names. So even if you say once, this is enough. Because Bhagavan is not deaf. He has huge ears. So there's no need of shouting, calling out his name so much. So one who's doing aradhana of objects unrelated to Krishna, and he's always looking for an opportunity to leave this Bhagavad Seva. Now he has no desire, no ruchi for Bhagavad Nam, Bhagavad Katha, Bhagavad Kirtan, Bhagavad Seva. So any opportunity he finds, then he leaves everything aside. Now he only wants to enjoy more. Now he thinks the entire world is for my enjoyment. But if I become a sevak, then how can I enjoy? Because sevak is only acting according to his Prabhu, then he is under the control of his Prabhu. And how can he possibly enjoy? Sansar sukha mein tuladi vichai. Ayanitai. How can I forget? How can I? There's such beautiful things for my enjoyment. How can I leave everything aside? How can I leave everything aside and become a Babaji? This is not proper. Bhagavan has given this world for my enjoyment. I have not seen anything in this world if I just become Babaji. Instead I have so many desires. Oh, unless I get that higher taste, how can I give up all these desires? Just by shaving my head. Tilak mala. Still, see this flow of bhoga is continuously running in my heart. So let me enjoy first. And then when I'm satisfied, when I'm peaceful, then I'll do bhajan. Or else, how can I possibly do bhajan? So Prabhupada is saying, if you go against the desire of Prabhu, then the samsara will be like the gaping mouth of a tiger, which is ready to swallow you. Because you have not done anything for his satisfaction. If you don't have his tendency to serve Bhagavan, then how can you be happy yourself? You see, if a person by enjoyment, if he'd be happy, then have you seen any person who's ever been happy by enjoying his senses? How can you enjoy Bhagavan's objects? It's like you're a thief, thinking everything is Prabhu, so how can you enjoy? But you're trying to steal everything away. You want to steal everything away, saying let me enjoy, but it's never possible. Be calm. Death will be by which? Because Jiva is Swatantra, because he has this Swatantra Icha, independent desire, then even in his seva there will be obstructions. And he'll become averse to seva. Then he becomes covered by Maya. But this is the parichay of the abhaktas and bhaktas. You see, the bhakta, he'll never be careless in his seva, averse to seva. Maya can never touch him. He'll never be conditioned. And he'll never be disturbed by poverty, agony, never desire to be Brahma. He'll never desire to be the controller or to be Bhagavan himself. He'll not be the slave of his senses. By this seva dharma, he'll always be awake. Means he'll be established in his Atma Tattva. And how can Maya possibly bind him? Not possible. Therefore the jiva, because of these independent desires, he is ruined. But if he offers this independence at the lotus feet of Bhagavan and engages in Bhagavan's seva, then he is awakened to his spiritual existence, Chaitanata. Then he will not have any bhogicha vritti, tendency to enjoy in bhoga. Then this Avaranatmika and Vikshepatmika Shakti of Maya, that is the Avaranatmika means Maya can no longer cover him with the three modes of material nature and all with the gross and subtle bodies. And Vikshepatmika means Maya can no longer throw him away into material existence. Then he acts on Anugatya. Then he becomes a Mukta, liberated soul. And by such seva, he is free from the coverings of Maya and he is awakened to his Swarup. So I say, what is the difference between Bhagavan's Antaranga Shakti and Bahiranga Shakti? So, the external potency of Bahiranga Shakti acts when one becomes averse to the Antaranga Shakti, internal potency. But if when one becomes inclined to the internal potency, then the external potency will not touch him anymore, influence him anymore. Goswami Maharaj is written on the Back to Godhead magazines, God is light and essence is darkness. You see, if you're facing the light, then your shadow is behind you. But if you're turning your back to the light, then the shadow is in front of you. So, if you have the seven Mukritti, then the Bhairana Shakti can never touch you in any way. The Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic will never be able to influence you. And by having the seven Mukritti, the Salladini Shakti, the Sandini Samvit, these three potencies will act on you. Sandini, Samvit, Halladini, make you free from these avaran coverings. But as soon as you become Vimukh, averse, then the avaran Shakti of Maya will cover you and punish you. So you see, this Tatastha Shakti has the symptom of Beda Ved, Prakash, simultaneous oneness and difference. So when the jivas manifest from this Tatastha Shakti, then they look towards this Anitya Sansar, temporary fleeting world, and they also look towards this Bhagavat Lok. But if they look towards this Anitya Sansar, then they become attracted by the allurements of Maya. But if they look towards the spiritual Chit Jagat, then they become attracted by the Antaranga Shakti, Chit Shakti, and they're helped by this internal potency of Bhagavan. This is the speciality of Sri Guru. Guru, he never despises anyone, he never neglects anyone, envies anyone. He never makes them inclined towards serving Maya. Guru is especially the maidservant of Srimati Radhika. He offers everyone at her lotus feet. Because Radharani is a crown jewel of all these acharyas who are in Madhurya Ras. She is the Varshavana Devi is the crush jewel of all of Krishna's beloveds, Krishna Kanta Shiromani. So if Radharani desires that Krishna bestows mercy on anyone, then Krishna immediately will bestow his mercy on that person. He'll go with all the avatars, all the 33 million demigods, and he'll take that person on his lap. Why? Because Radharani is favoring him. Because she is, and similarly Guru is Madhurya Ras Acharya. He is the eternal associate of Srimati Radhika. Therefore Narottam Thakur has written that the Kaya Vyuha, Varshavanavi, he is her Sadguru is her Nija Paricharika. He is her devoted maidservant. Now we listen tomorrow. Prabhupada's Upadeshawali.
सुनो है रसिका जान कृष्ण गुणाय गाना कहते नहीं पाए। कृष्ण जगत तेरा गुरु, कृष्ण वंश कल्पतरु। विकास भावा पारावार, ना विकास भावा पारावार। हृदया प्रीता जान, कृष्ण चिकित्सा गाता। हृदया प्रीता जान, कृष्ण चिकित्सा गाता। भवरोगानाशित चतुरा, भवरोगानाशित चतुरा। कृष्ण बहिर्मुख जन, प्रेमामृता वितरण। कृष्ण बहिर्मुख जन, प्रेमामृता वितरण। क्रमलया निजायन्त पुरा, क्रमलया निजायन्त पुरा। अकर्म बंध ज्ञान बंधर वैसे मानवयंग। हरे कृष्ण करुणा सागरा, चरण करे नारायण Vede margarata jane sadinata ratna dane raga marga karana pravesha marge karuna pravesha raga vasha varte hoya bharatiya bhavashraya Raja raga vasha varte hoya bharatiya bhavashraya Rave Jiva Krishna Prema Vesha Rave Jiva Krishna Prema Vesha Premamrita Varidhara Sarapana Rata Tara Krishna Tahajara Bandhu Pati Krishna Tahajara Bandhu Pati Kesava Braja Jana Sukalyana Nikatana Kesava Braja Jana Sukalyana Nikatana Dina Hina Dina Dera Gati Dina Hina Dina Dera Gati Krishna hai Krishna hai Krishna hai Jaya Radha Jaya Krishna Jaya Radha Jaya Krishna Thakur Bhakti Vinod Thakur Bhakti Vinod Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Guru Deva, Jai Guru Deva, Bhakta Guru Deva. Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Shila Prabhupada. Nitaya Gaura, Nitaya Gaura. Hare